3.622/5.000. The new Renault 4 E-Tech is not only the immediate successor to the great success of the Renault 5, but also the successor to the original Renault 4, a car that has sold more than 8 million examples worldwide over 4 decades. It is part of French culture, and its remake has a big task to do, bringing the simple charm and joie de vivre of the original to a modern electric crossover. But Renault has set out to do just that, and so the new Renault 4 E-Tech, with the same underpinnings and powertrain as the Renault 5, with a lengthened wheelbase and bodywork that makes the 4 around 12 centimeters longer than the Renault 5, at 4.14 m long. It will be available exclusively as an electric car. There is no hybrid version, and will be offered with a 52 kilowatt-hour battery that will give a WLTP range of between 241 and 247 miles. Its rivals include the Ford Puma Gen-E, Fiat 600e, Citroen e-C3 Aircross, Smart No. 1 and MG4. The Renault 4 comes with a 52 kilowatt-hours lithium-ion NMC battery that promises a WLTP range of 385 to 390 kilometers, depending on the trim level and wheel size you choose. A smaller, 40 kilowatt-hours LFP battery is planned for Europe. Fast charging peaks at 100 kilowatts, which is competitive with most rivals, and provides a 10 to 80% charge in around 35 to 40 minutes. You also get vehicle-to-load (V2L) charging as standard on every Renault 4 E-Tech, which is great because you can use the car's battery to charge any electric device. The Renault 4 also comes with a heat pump as standard to help with starting in cold weather. We estimate its actual range to be around 160 to 240 miles, depending on conditions and how you drive. Boot space is reasonable at 420 liters, with a handy 55-liter underfloor storage for cables, unless you opt for the Harman Kardon sound system, which replaces that useful underfloor space with a chunky S. Still, the loading lip is very low and the opening is usefully large, so it'll be easy to load larger items, and it's certainly a more usable boot than you get in the Fiat 600e and Jeep Avenger. Rear space in the Renault for an average-sized adult can sit behind another without any problems, but taller passengers will lack legroom, and there's no footwell under the front seats, so it feels a little cramped. There's no center armrest either, but there are a couple of USB-C ports for charging kids' devices, which is a bonus for parents. Basically, by the standards of a very compact electric crossover hatchback, the Renault's rear seats are fine. The front of the Renault 4 is charming and well thought out. The seats are comfortable and have a reasonable range of motion, and there's electric lumbar adjustment, which made a big difference to my creaky back on a fairly long drive. The dashboard is very similar to the Renault 5, which isn't a bad thing. The cute details like the 4 logo on the storage bins, the recycled upholstery, the pops of color and texture around the floor, all make it feel lovely, tactile and generally well put together. On the tech side, every Renault 4 has a 10.1-inch central touchscreen with built-in Google Maps, plus wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The physical climate control switches are a great feature, and you can also dim the screen easily at night via small physical buttons on the top of the display's casing. The entry-level Evolution trim gets a 7-inch driver's display, but it's more spec'd.